Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that's happening, and the recordings of all will be posted on the website tomorrow, so we'd encourage you to check those out. And I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters. We'll get started with Miami University.
Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Let me get my screen shared here. There we go. Alrighty. My name is Hannah Stone. I am the Miami University representative for the state of Tennessee, as well as the entire southeastern part of the US. So if you have any questions about information that I'll briefly be going over this evening, please feel free to reach out via my contact information, which will be the very last slide in this presentation. So a little bit about Miami. We are a public mid-sized institution located in the town of Oxford, Ohio, about an hour outside of the city of Cincinnati. So if you are looking for a small college town college experience, Miami can definitely check a lot of those boxes. We are on the larger scale of what a mid-sized institution typically tends to be, with a little over 17,000 undergraduate students. However, we call ourselves the brains of a big university with the heart of a small school. So we are taking a larger student population, and we are really dividing our students up into average class sizes of 30 students, or sometimes even less, depending on the class. Our students are scattered over 120 different majors in 5 colleges across campus, and interdisciplinary collaboration is definitely encouraged. So you're not married based on your area of major study to just taking classes in your overall academic college. Rather, we really want our students to get out and find and hone those areas of academic interests. We are known as a top institution for undergraduate teaching nationwide because it is your professors who are in front of you every day teaching your classes. This really allows our students to get to know who their professors are, and in turn, you are not a number at Miami. Your professors know you by name, they know your interests, and they know your learning style. So that really does also enhance that collaborative spirit that we have on campus as well. So if they are making a recommendation for a research opportunity, that's definitely something you can take advantage of. Our students are also very involved. We have over 600 different student organizations on campus, ranging from your more social recreational organizations to academic societies and clubs based on your area of major study. We are liberal arts based, so again, kind of feeding into that interdisciplinary collaboration, we do offer a lot of flexibility with our degrees. So this enables a majority of our students to graduate with a second major or an additional minor still on time within that 4-year time frame. We are called a public Ivy institution. This was a name given to us in the 1980s from a survey that essentially dubbed Miami, along with several other notable public institutions, as having an Ivy level-esque educational experience for a public school price. So kind of again, tying into our dedication for undergraduate teaching, we also appear on a number of best value surveys as well. Just to give you an idea of the accepted student profile and a student that we typically would admit to Miami, some big takeaways here. We are completely test optional for both admission and merit scholarship consideration for fall of 2021. We do accept the common application as well. No extra essays or supplements that you need to write, rather submit your common application, and we will go ahead and process your application for admission as well as merit scholarship consideration. A majority of our students are also coming from outside the state of Ohio, so a very national draw across the country to come to campus. So this also enhances our campus community as well. To give you an idea of our merit scholarship ranges, if your GPA is falling within or above the ranges listed up here, then please consider yourself competitive for an academic merit scholarship. Our scholarships are automatically renewable for all 4 years that you would be a student at Miami. Our merit guarantee also feeds into something called our tuition promise. So this means we actually lock in the rate of tuition for each of our incoming classes for all 4 years. We are committed to helping you graduate with a Miami degree once you begin classes with us. And part of that is taking away some of the financial guesswork of that financial planning piece when it comes to college. So what this means is we're not raising the rate of tuition on you for all 4 years, allowing you to really concentrate on your academics and really exploring those academic areas of interest, internship opportunities, etc. And outcomes at graduation, Miami definitely will prepare you for that next step, whether that is continuing your education in a graduate or higher level educational programs such as medical school or law school, very competitive acceptance rates, which also mean that our pre-professional programs build in some prep coursework, as well as opportunities for community involvement and research, allowing you to really put your best foot forward for applying to those programs. Also, very competitive job placement rates. We have an amazing career center for exploration and success that will work with you to find those internships during the time that you are a Miami student, allowing you to really hone in and explore various career options for you. And so that is all I have in that very brief overview this evening. Please be sure to grab my contact information. Also do want to mention we are waiving our application fees if you do participate in one of our virtual open houses. So if you would like more information on that, please message me in the chat. And thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Hannah. Our next institution is Berea College.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for allowing me to speak with you today. Because we have 6 minutes, I'm going to tell you 6 things you should know about Berea College. So first of all, we are the #1 bang for your buck school in the US. This is a ranking that we've achieved many times throughout the years. We do this by promising you a no tuition promise scholarship. This means that every single one of our students is going to be guaranteed a scholarship that's worth $176,000 over the course of your 4 years here with us. Because of this, almost half of our students graduate totally debt-free. You're not going to have to worry about making these really large payments as soon as you graduate. If you do take out debt, it's only around $5,000, and that typically comes from doing really fun things with us like study abroad. So #2, earn $2,000 with us your very first year. We are one of 8 federally recognized work-study programs in the US, and this means that you work 10 to 12 hours on campus a week, everywhere from the offices to the farm, and you're going to gain really wonderful skills with us. You're going to leave Berea with 4 years of totally professional work experience, and not many 22, 23-year-olds can say that. But you're also going to gain skills like how to interview, how to get over those interview jitters, how to answer those really hard curveball questions they may throw at you. So $2,000 completely yours. You could buy a car, you could go on a shopping spree. It has no ties to the college. #3, we are the #3 liberal arts school in the US as of this month with Washington Monthly. We do this by having really great academic excellence on campus. We offer over 60 different areas of study, everything from ceramics to mathematics, with an option for independent majors as well. Because we don't charge you tuition, you have the option of taking as many majors and degrees as you possibly can fit into your schedule if that's what you would like to do. We have really small classes. Our classes are very discussion based. You're never going to be looking at a PowerPoint with 200 people in the same room as you. You're going to learn from your peers just as much as your professors. And then every single student's going to graduate with research under their name. As part of our senior capstone, you do your own original research with an option to even get it published or presented at conferences that we will pay for you to do. So those conferences will pay for every single thing that you need for that. Travel, food, housing, all of it. And we will also fund any kind of graduate program that you're looking at because we want you to be as successful post-Berea as you are with us. So we'll pay for your grad school applications, your GRE, the MCAT, the LSAT, your study materials. We want you to do everything you possibly can post-Berea. Number 4, you have 4 years with us. So in those 4 years, you could study abroad. We will fund a study abroad trip for you up to 75% completely internally. We have an office on campus that's dedicated to helping you get that other quarter funded to make sure that this is as accessible as possible for you. The national average is only about 10% of students that get to study abroad, but at Berea, it's closer to 43%. You can go anywhere in the world. We don't partner with specific universities, so you're able to get whatever experience it is that you're looking for. We will fund 2 internships anywhere in the world. Again, all you have to do is get accepted to the program. We want your resume to be as robust and as well-rounded as possible when you graduate to make sure you can get that job that you're looking for. We will pay for your housing. We'll give you money to do fun things wherever it is that you're ending up with your internship. And we're really well recognized throughout the country. So we've had students do internships with the White House, the United Nations, Vanderbilt Memorial Hospital. So if there's an internship that you're looking at, we probably have already sent a student there. And then we are also a very service-oriented school. So if service learning is something that you're interested in, we have that. 5 of our notable alumni that exemplify who we are. Number 1 is Dr. Carter G. Woodson. He was the founder of Black History Month, and I think that really just shows the mission of Berea College. We were the first co-ed, co-racial school in the South, and we've been open since 1855, promoting equality in education and everyday life. C.E. Morgan, an amazing author. Dr. Samuel Hurst, the inventor of touchscreen technology. Akilah Hughes, a rising pop icon. And Dr. John Fenn, who won a Nobel Prize in chemistry, and we actually have his prize on display in our science building. So when you come for your campus tour, you can even see that yourself. There are only 6 steps between you and Berea today. 1, you need to fill out your online application. It is completely free and non-binding. And then we need your high school transcript, a school counselor evaluation form, a teacher recommendation form, and your FAFSA. Every single one of our students is Pell eligible because we serve the low-income students of the Appalachian Mountain region. And then this year, because of COVID, we are test score optional. We are not going to penalize you for not having had an option to take the tests. If you have them and you like your score, definitely send those our way. We'll add them into your application. And then the closest deadline is the 31st. You'll hear back from us with a decision by holiday break. And then November 30th, you'll hear back around mid-February. Here's my contact info. If you have any questions, please send them my way. I am so passionate about Berea, and I'm a graduate myself, so I can promise you it's true. You can graduate debt-free. Thank you so much for all of your time.
Great, thank you. Our next presentation is from Birmingham-Southern College.
Hi, everyone. 1 second, share my screen. All right. Thank you all for being here today. I can't wait to talk to you a little bit about Birmingham-Southern College. There is my contact information, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about life on the hilltop at BSC. All right, so Birmingham-Southern is a small private 4-year liberal arts college just outside the heart of downtown Birmingham. We have about 1,300 students from 31 different states and 18 different countries, and about 20% of our students self-identify as Black, Hispanic, Asian, or other. All right, we have about 50 plus areas of study, so over 50 defined majors and minors to choose from. 5 of those are our larger or more robust programs, and you can see them highlighted here: business, education, pre-health, pre-law, and psychology. And then anything with an asterisk is going to be a dual degree program, which means we have a partnership with a graduate school or another institution where you can come to BSC for a couple years and then actually transfer to another school and finish out a master's program. It's kind of like a fast track program, which is really cool. All right, so like I said, we are a smaller institution. Our student to faculty ratio is 12 to 1. Our student to faculty and staff ratio, so people like me and your professors, is actually 3.5 to 1. So there are tons of people on campus to make sure you're safe and you're learning and you're doing as well as you possibly can here. And then our average class size is 16, which means our classes are very conversational based. You're really going to learn from your professor and your peers in that class. Some of our classes are a little above 16, and our classes can even be below. But either way, you're going to have a great experience learning really alongside your peers and not just kind of being taught at. All right, something that makes BSC really special is our e-term. The way classes work at BSC, you're going to take 4 classes in the fall semester. You'll take 1 class in the month of January, which is our e-term, and then you take 4 classes in the spring, which starts in February and ends in May. So our e-term is just an opportunity for our students to do something outside of the box, something fun or interesting or beneficial to your undergrad experience. So we offer non-traditional classes in the month of January here on campus for our students to take. You can do a service learning project for the month of January. You can get an internship for the month of January, or a fan favorite typically is a study abroad program for the month. So it's not a typical study abroad program. It's actually led by our faculty members. We have different trips every year. Some of our trips stay the same. Either way, you are going to study abroad with your peers, your classmates, and a faculty member or 2 from BSC, and you get a class credit, and it's really awesome. One of our professors here has been leading the same trip to Europe for 30 years. So it's a really established program, and it's really great. All right, we are highly residential here at BSC. Most of our students do choose to live on campus all 4 years. You can see a couple pictures of our residence halls. Because a lot of our students come from out of state, we think it really helps build our community here at BSC, which makes our students want to stay all 4 years on campus. All right, we are also a highly involved school. Most of our students are involved in at least 1, if not more, organization here on campus, which leads to lots of leadership opportunity. We have over 80 organizations to choose from. And again, our students are really involved in those, and that is also really helpful to our community. We are NCAA Division III here at BSC. We are in the Southern Conference, and we have 22 sports teams to choose from. All right, we like to mention, I know I said in the beginning, we are just outside of downtown Birmingham. If you see at the bottom, this is part of BSC's campus right here, and you'll see just across the trees is downtown Birmingham, which offers our students a whole lot with internships or research opportunities, jobs, but it's also just a really fun city to live in. All right, so we've got a couple ways to apply. Our BSC online application is always free all year round. We also take Common App, and we are working with Coalition to have the Coalition app as well. How to apply? We have the standard application. We also have test optional. This is not our first year being test optional. This is actually our 3rd year doing test optional, because we have a very holistic review process, meaning that we know you are more than just a test score. That does not define you as a student, so we want to look at you as a whole. So test optional is something you can do if you're interested. And then these are our scholarships. So you can see this is our standard application scholarship and our test optional. You can receive up to $11,000 with both. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to apply, you can see that little QR code in the corner, and we would love to have you apply. And thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Sydney. Just a reminder to use the Q&A widget if you have questions about any of the institutions that you've heard about. Certainly specific questions about institutions are welcome, or broader ones that we'll address at the end of this broadcast. Up next, we're pleased to introduce the University of Alabama in Huntsville.
All righty. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kaylin, and I am the admissions counselor over Tennessee for the University of Alabama in Huntsville. A little bit of background about us is we were founded in 1950. We were originally partnered with the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, as well as the University of Alabama at Birmingham, until we became our own autonomous independent campus in 1969. So we are completely separate institutions. We have completely separate applications and scholarship programs as well. We are classified as a medium-sized campus, so we do have over 500 acres and over 10,000 students, but it still only takes about 15 minutes to walk from one side of campus to the other. So it's still a small enough campus, but also a large enough campus. We are ranked the #1 return on investment for both in-state and out-of-state students for the state of Alabama. So that basically means that you're getting the best bang for your buck. The money you're putting in for your tuition is coming right back out to you as a college graduate. We are also ranked #1 in Alabama for early career pay. So we do have an average starting salary of over $57,000. So that's a pretty nice salary in general, but especially right out of college as a graduate, that is a great number to start out at. We also have 16 NCAA sport programs. So most of those are going to be ranked Division II, but we are also home of the only Division I men's ice hockey team in the entire Southeast region. So that's really exciting. All of our athletic events are at no additional cost for students to attend. We are a quality institution with 7 academic colleges and over 100 areas of study. So there's plenty of things for you to figure out what you may want to do with your life if you're undecided, or if you're set and maybe change your mind later on down the road, there's plenty of options to choose from. A couple of things that make us unique is we do have aerospace engineering. We have astronomy and astrophysics, as well as atmospheric science and meteorology. We have cybersecurity with both a business and engineering track. So that's a newer program for us at UAH. And then we also have digital animation as well. So like I mentioned, tons of things for you to get involved with and be able to study at UAH. What our students are like and what our campus is like, we do have pretty small class sizes, about an average of 35 students per course. We do have a student to faculty ratio of 18:1, so it's very easy to connect not only with your peers and your classmates, but also your professors and be able to access them inside of lecture and be able to ask questions as well as outside of lecture. We do have ample opportunities for co-ops, internships, and undergraduate research. Main reason being is we are the anchor tenant of Cummings Research Park, which is the 2nd largest university-related research park in the nation, 4th largest in the entire world. So plenty of opportunities for you to be able to get that hands-on experience and research as an undergrad. Getting involved on campus is very easy because we do have over 185 student-run organizations, and they range from all over the board, from academically focused to Greek life to special interest groups such as our beekeeping club and our hammocking club. There's tons of things you can get involved with on campus. And we do have suite-style campus living as well. So you have your own private bedroom, you share a bathroom with one other person, and then you share the entire suite with 3 other people. So they're very spacious and very nice. And you can see a virtual residence hall tour on our YouTube channel. As far as our admissions requirements go, for first-time freshmen, we require an average high school GPA of a 2.9, and that is weighted or unweighted. So we will take whatever your highest GPA is, as long as that is the one that is listed on your transcript. And then we do also need a composite score of a 20 on the ACT or the equivalent for the SAT if you prefer that test. We are super scoring the ACT this year, so if you have a couple different tests and trying to get the highest score possible, you could request a super score directly from the ACT board and have that sent over to us, but we will not calculate those scores ourselves. For the actual process to apply, you can go to uh.edu/apply. You pay a $30 application fee. You send us your official high school transcript and then also your official ACT or SAT test scores. We do have academic scholarships that are automatically eligible for you based off of your GPA, test scores, and residency. And we'll look at that chart together for out-of-state scholarships. So you can rank this based off of your ACT or SAT and your high school GPA. So for example, if I have a 28 on my ACT and a 3.5 high school GPA, I'm automatically going to be awarded over $17,000. And this is towards your total cost of attendance, not just associated with tuition. We do also stack scholarships as well. So if you're awarded something else, we will stack as much as possible to hopefully get you the best financial aid possible. Last thing is, what can you do now? If you are a senior, I definitely recommend applying if you haven't already. Schedule a campus visit with us, whether that's virtual if you're not comfortable due to COVID, and we also have on-campus tours available as well that you can schedule online. And then you can meet with me via Calendly if you have additional questions about UAH. We do have a virtual discovery day coming up on Saturday, November 21st, if you're interested in learning more information about our academic programs and financial aid and scholarships. And then, of course, follow us on social media. Thank you guys so much for letting me come and speak with you today, and charge on.
Great, thank you so much. And our next presentation is from the University of Virginia's College at Wise.
Hello, everyone. My name is Presley Taylor. I'm an admissions counselor at UVA-Wise. I'm going to go ahead and jump in and start just with some general information. So we were founded in 1954. Kind of how we came about was there's no higher education opportunities in our region. So we partnered with UVA to bring that here. And we are still to this day the only division of UVA. And we are a four-year public liberal arts college. And one thing about us is that we are nationally ranked for our students having some of the lowest debt in the nation. So when it comes to our size, we have around 2,000 students, and our student to faculty ratio is a 13-to-1. So you get lots of one-on-one attention with your professors, more access to technology and resources. Our average class size is 15, so you get a lot of communication with your professors and classmates. So real quick, just where we're located, where that red star is right there. We're about an hour from Tennessee. It takes me about 3 hours to get to Knoxville, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and like an hour from Kingsport area. So we're right on the Tennessee border for the most part. We're 30 minutes from Kentucky. So we are part of like the tri-state area. These are the majors and programs we offer here. So the two columns on the left, the first two columns are those of our majors, and then the column on the right are our pre-professional programs. Those can be paired with the major of your choice. One thing that we're really proud of at UVA-Wise is our undergraduate research opportunities. Where we are smaller, you do have more access to be approved for your undergraduate research, get funding for that, get access to the technology you need. A lot of our students who do research, it leads to employment after graduation, and then get really good real-world hands-on experience. Another program we have here is Army ROTC. Some of our students opt to do that because it's a really good opportunity to get their school paid for, and they actually get it paid for, come here for free, and get paid while coming here. After graduation, they'll leave with a degree, and they'll also go into the Army as an officer, making a pretty good amount of money doing that. Now to move on to one of our programs we have here at UVA-Wise called Innovate to Elevate. And what that is every student and faculty and staff get a free iPad, keyboard, and Apple Pencil, which you see right there. And kind of the reasoning behind that is to make sure that all of our students have the technology they need to be successful in their classes. So it comes with programs like Microsoft Office, Notability. A lot of the professors have really used it to make learning more enjoyable. So a lot of hands-on stuff, modules, stuff like that on the iPad. It can save you money when it comes to textbooks, because usually e-textbooks are a lot cheaper than physical copies. So those are just a few things that are a perk with the iPads. We have 13 different NCAA Division II athletics here programs, men's and women's. We are part of the South Atlantic Conference. Now a little bit about our student life. So we do have 50 plus clubs or organizations, spanning from social, academic, service clubs. Basically, there's a little bit of something for everyone. And if there's something we don't have that you want to start, it's really easy to do that at UVA-Wise. We also have Greek life fraternities and sororities, and then your recruitment in the fall and the spring. You can join your first semester here. We also offer intramural sports. We have different one-day events like cornhole. We're actually, this past year, we were the national cornhole champions, and that stemmed from one of our one-day cornhole tournament. And then we also have team sports that do tournaments, so like flag football, basketball, volleyball, stuff like that. Another program we have at UVA-Wise is outdoor recreation, and what that is basically they plan trips for students to go on. Sometimes the trips are free, sometimes it'll cost a little bit of money, like $40 at the most usually. They've done stuff like skydiving, they've gone ATV riding, they've gone to professional sporting events, amusement parks, and so that's something they plan for our students to go to. Now a little bit about financial aid. So we are offering really, really great merit scholarships this semester, especially where we are waiving the SAT and ACT. You have the opportunity to get a merit scholarship based on just your GPA alone. For most students that have a 3.8 or above, it will cover your full tuition and fees. So that's something we're offering. Also, you all are in Eastern Tennessee are part of the what's called the ARC. So what that is students there are basically charged pretty close to in-state tuition instead of like kind of double what you'd pay out of state. It's a few $100s more, and that's just kind of some state fees that you all have to pay. But besides that, you almost come for the cost of in-state tuition. So just some next steps. You can apply now. Our application's open on August 1st. The early admissions 1 deadline is December 1st, so you can go ahead and do that. We accept our application through our website, and we also accept the Common App. What you'll need to send to us is your official high school transcript, a personal essay that is included within that application, and then a $25 application fee. So here's my contact information. My name is Krista Taylor, and some other counselors. For our ROTC recruiter, that's Mark Sanford. If you're interested in that, you can contact him as well. We are currently accepting, we're doing tours right now. So if you're interested in coming and visiting campus, you can do that. Or if you'd be more comfortable with like a Zoom chat, you can reach out to me and get that set up as well. But I do hope to see you on campus soon, and go Cavs.
Great. Thank you so much. Just a reminder, at the conclusion, we will have a Q&A period. So if you have any questions, feel free to submit those using the widget at the bottom of your screen. But now I'm pleased to introduce Mercer University.
Hello, everybody. I hope y'all are doing well today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can tell you a little bit more about Mercer. So Mercer is a private institution. We are located in Macon, Georgia. We really dedicate ourselves to a combination of research and service, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more throughout the rest of this presentation. But first, I want to start with where we are located. Macon, Georgia is about an hour south of Atlanta. We are a really great city to be a part of. We're about the 4th largest city in the state of Georgia. So there's wonderful opportunities for internships right here in our backyard, as well as a lot of fun things to do for our students outside of class time. So I think that both of those can be really great for our students because it is good for you to have some time to relax and to recuperate after all of the rigorous classes that you're in, but it is also great to have the professional opportunities of being in a fair-sized city and to be so close to a large city like Atlanta. We do want you to learn more about our campus, and one of the best ways to do that is by actually visiting. So if you want to come on down and visit campus, we do have open tours. Those are going to be Monday through Friday, 4 times a day, in addition to some Saturday opportunities that are coming up. We also have wonderful virtual opportunities coming up as well. Like, for example, tomorrow we're having a pre-law day, and we also have really great opportunities throughout the semester where you can come and do virtual visits. And we also have a regular virtual tour just up on our website for you to take advantage of. But either way, whether you would like to be in person or virtual, we always have opportunities for you to speak with admissions counselors so you can get your questions answered. And I think that is one of the most important parts of this whole process, is to know that we are here as resources to you. Once you are on campus, I want you to take some time to talk to our students and learn about campus life. It can be a really great opportunity to learn about what you're going to be doing that's going to make you well-rounded and to really prepare you for the rest of your life as you're moving forward from your time at Mercer. So we have over 140 different student organizations that serve our 3,400 undergraduate students. The total university has about 9,000 students because we do have lots of graduate and professional programs that you can continue your education into. But with our student organizations, these are great opportunities to develop your leadership skills, with over 400 leadership opportunities available on our campus. We also have 18 Division I athletic teams, and that leadership definitely extends to the courts and fields in those areas. They are wonderful groups of really dedicated student athletes, really focusing on that student portion. We are a part of the Southern Conference with all of our Division I athletics, except for beach volleyball and women's lacrosse, which are both a part of the Atlantic Sun. We also have 20 fraternity and sorority programs on campus. About 25%, a quarter of our students on our Macon undergraduate campus, take part in fraternity and sorority programs. And it is a really great way to build relationships and connections with other students, but it is by no means the only way to do that, because we have so many other ways that you can get involved on campus. Those student organizations that we have available range everything from esports to ballroom dancing. So it really depends on what you might be interested in, how you would really shape your time at Mercer. We also have a wonderful programming board on campus called QuadWorks, where you get to be a part of either the board or just take advantage of all the great activities that they plan, because they plan all of our really fun activities for our students to get involved in outside of class time. So this could be anything from really large concerts that we have on campus each year, or something like camels on Wednesdays throughout the semester. You'll randomly walk across Mercer's campus, and on a Wednesday you'll look up and you'll be like, why is there a camel? And it's because it's Wednesday, and that means that it's hump day. So of course we have camels on campus campus. And so you get to go and ride a camel for no apparent reason, except for the fact that it's fun and it's a good way to de-stress a little bit in the around midterms in the semester. And then we are one of the most involved intramural programs in the nation, according to the Princeton Review. I think we're ranked 9th right now. With our intramural sports, there are such a wide variety that there's something for basically everyone. And this could be anything from your more traditional ones like flag football to more niche markets like spike ball, or my personal favorite, which is called Battleship, where we put 4 canoes into a pool and everybody gets a bucket and you sit in the canoe, and you have a couple of people in each canoe and everybody gets a bucket and you see who lasts the longest in the pool. It's very competitive and really fun, and everybody just has a great time. And at the end you get championship t-shirts, and those t-shirts are very well sought after and a hot commodity on our campus. Another great way to get involved at Mercer is through service. It is kind of the backbone of everything that we do. And we want to make sure that we are using the resources that we have available as an institution to give back to others. This could be through so many different ways. I'm going to really highlight the last one on this list, which is called Mercer on Mission, because this is a combination of both research and service, which are our 2 hallmarks, and studying abroad all at the same time. So a Mercer on Mission trip is an opportunity to go abroad and do research and service with faculty and to go and get to have really great hands-on experiences while you're still in the undergraduate sphere. These could be anything from going somewhere like Rwanda to teach business practices to widows of the Rwandan genocide who need to support their families, or you could be going somewhere like Vietnam. So you see the little boy in yellow who's on the walker there. He has just been given a prosthetic leg that was developed by our biomedical engineering students. And our students go over and they actually do all of the fittings for these prosthetic legs, because about 2,000 people per year will step on a landmine in Vietnam. It's a really pervasive issue because all these landmines are left over from the Vietnam War, and our students have dedicated themselves to help eradicating this issue and helping to allow these people to walk again. And at this point, since 2007, we have fit almost 15,000 people with prosthetic legs in Vietnam. And so we're really wanting to have a high impact. And the big saying at Mercer is that everyone majors in changing the world. And you can see exactly how we're doing that through these sorts of programs. One of the wonderful things about Mercer on Mission is that we believe in it so heavily that we will fund all of the travel related expenses. So you're only paying for the class credit that you're earning, but we're going to pay for your flights and accommodations and all of your food while you're in the country. So it can be a really great opportunity for our students. If Mercer sounds like a place that you're interested in, I will talk you through the application process. Application is open now. Early action deadline is coming up on November 15th. That is non-binding, but it does mean that you get your decision earlier than everybody else, because that will come out in early December. With that, you'll also be considered for the most overall scholarships. We take a holistic approach to your application, which means we will read everything, and we've been doing this for years. We are also test optional for at least the next 3 years. That is our pilot program right now. We're really enjoying it so far. With that test optional policy, you do not have to submit any additional materials if you want to be test optional. You just don't have to submit test scores, and we still just need your application transcripts and at least 1 letter of recommendation. This gives you an idea of what our class profile looks like. It gives you the middle 50% and a weighted average academic GPA. So just take a look at those. If you are kind of in those ranges with the test scores that you have, then wonderful, we would love to see those. If you are not, if the test day was not great for you or something like that, I completely understand if you don't want to submit test scores, or if you just haven't had access to be able to submit a test score, we completely understand that as well. Give you an idea, we have a lot of scholarships available. I won't be able to have enough time to talk you through every single one of these. Some of them are going to be based solely on your application, which would be your merit scholarships. Those can range all the way up to $22,000 per year and are renewable for all 4 years that you're at Mercer. In addition to that, we also have our special scholarships that are kind of our competitive scholarships, where students will come to campus and compete for the opportunity to earn additional scholarships. The next one of these that's coming up is our Engineering Scholars Challenge, which will be held on November 14th. It is a great opportunity to come and take an exam on campus and earn some additional scholarship money that way. Our other ones that you see listed down there that are not major specific are going to be invitation only. And all of these are opportunities to earn up to full tuition scholarships, except for the Stamp Scholars Program, because that is our full ride. We offer 5 of those per year, and it's a really fantastic opportunity for our students who come through and not only earn tuition fees, room and board completely covered, but also $16,000 of additional enrichment funding to be used for things like study abroad, research, conference funding, whatever you would like to be doing. That Stamp Scholars Program really is second to none and wonderful to have on our campus, and we're excited to have the partnership with the Strive Foundation for that. Mercer is not always the cheapest option when you're looking at schools, but we are a fantastic value. We are ranked as one of the best values in the nation for the quality of the education that you're receiving, because you're getting to do that in smaller class sizes with dedicated faculty who are there for you throughout your time at Mercer. We do want you to keep in touch with us throughout this entire process. We as admissions counselors are trained in everything from your application process through financial aid. We are here from you from the day you apply until the day you move in, and then we're your friends and guides and mentors as you move forward after that. Please follow us on social media because we have a really great look into the student life on social media because our students themselves actually curate those. And then we have our website there as well, where you can access not only our application, but more information about who we are. Our application is available both on that website and through the Common App. So please take advantage of those and please keep in touch. I work with all of the students across the state of Tennessee, and I thank you so much for taking some time to listen to me today.
Great. Thank you so much, Jackie. And thank you to all of our panelists for sharing your experiences. We'll bring everyone back at this point to answer any questions. So if you do have any, feel free to drop those in the Q&A. But to get started, I'll just ask everyone in the same order of the original presentations. Now, certainly recognize that some campuses are open, some are not, but at some point students are going to be able to kind of visit your campuses. And when they do, what's that one place that they can't leave without seeing? Where is your favorite spot on campus?
All right, so at Miami University, our tours are actually going on right now, so you can register ahead of time on our website. And we are following the U+2 rule. So any combination of 2 guests that you would like to bring with you on your tour, we are happy to accommodate. But our tour will stop by one of my favorite campus spots called the Upham Arch. Miami is very unique in that 14% of our students actually end up kind of pairing up with each other. So the term for that is Miami mergers. And it's kind of campus legend, if you will, that if you kiss your true love under the Upham Arch at midnight, then you are destined to spend forever together. So very popular campus spot around Valentine's Day, but it is absolutely stunning. A lot of graduation pictures are also taken there, but really gorgeous. My campus headshot actually was taken just on the other side of it. So gorgeous spot.
So at Berea, this isn't necessarily on campus, but it is still college property. We own over 9,000 acres of mountain land here in Kentucky. And one of our favorite places is called the Pinnacle. We actually have an event where we shut down campus for a whole day before midterms to go up the mountain at sunrise. And then we have a huge festival on the mountain just to celebrate all of our hard work. So it is definitely someplace you will spend a lot of time as a student.
All right. I just want to mention we are also open for campus tours. And if you come, our students take you through the academic quad, which is just kind of a green space with a whole bunch of academics of buildings around. But in the middle is a beautiful bell tower. And you saw it in that picture that I showed really briefly that looks over Birmingham. It's super pretty. And that's where our seniors actually get to come after they graduate. And they do this big toast. And it's just like, it's a beautiful celebration. And so not only is it beautiful, but it also has a lot of cool memories associated with it.
So my favorite place on UH's campus is called the Charter Union. It's our main student center building, right smack in the middle of our greenway in the middle of campus. There's a live game room downstairs. There's tons of different dining options in there. The building's open till midnight, so you can stay and hang out with your friends, have a study break and stuff like that. There's a video game lounge in there, tons of study rooms that are soundproof, and there's always music blasting. So it's just kind of like a fun space to hang out, kind of take a break in the middle between classes and just hang out for a little bit. So that's my favorite spot.
Okay, so my favorite spot at UVA-wise is our pond. So it actually has some sentimental stuff for me. I went to UVA-wise, and before I came here, I used to drive past the pond and see everyone sitting around, like hanging out, doing homework before I came here. And I used to dream of living in Culbertson Hall and having a view of the pond and going and hanging out there. So that's kind of my favorite spot on campus because it brings back some cool memories. Yep.
My favorite spot on Mercer's campus is our historic quad. It's the location of the first building that was built for Mercer in 1871. And one of my favorite parts of the Mercer experience is that all of our freshmen get to climb the tower of that building and sign their names. And then your senior year, you get to go back the week before graduation and sign your name again to say that you've done it and that you've completed. So I really love that on your tour, you get to see that and you hear that story. And then the day that you come onto campus, you get to know that you get to walk up there and sign the tower yourself. And it's a really great kind of full circle completion that you get to have at Mercer.
Great. Thank you so much. Certainly sounds like some good spots to check out. Thank you to all of our viewers watching both live or the recording. And thank you to our panelists for sharing your institutions with us. At the end of this webinar, there will be a brief 4-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback that you could provide. And also a reminder that recordings of this sessions and all others as part of Tennessee Virtual College Fair will be posted on the website in the next few days. Thanks again and have a great night.